Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky, and today we are going to be working with the Holly and Ivy collection by Close to My Heart. I can't remember how many of these I've already put up, but when we went on this trip and we're scrapping in the hotel, this is one of the collections I wanted to get through, and I did get through most everything on this one. This layout kind of took a big change. I really wanted to use that background paper that looks like a fawn. It doesn't end up staying there. I can't get this to work with that or with that strip across of those leaves and berries and things of that nature. The one right there at the top, I couldn't get that to work either. So I'm not using a sketch or anything. That is why this kind of goes wayside. Sorry again about the focusing issues. I will probably have a few more videos that have those focusing issues on them because I did do several videos while we were out. All right, so I am taking some pieces off of the little embellishment pieces. This came with a green, that toffee color, and also the glittery red. This came out of the Workshops Your Way collection. Nope, not collection kit. The Workshops Your Way scrapbooking workshop. They come with embellishments and whatnot to make the pages, specific pages. You can follow the instructions or you can go off on your own and do whatever you want to do, which is what I did in this instance. So I'm pulling out some of these top. Now I was still trying to make that fawn paperwork or paper in the back work with this layout. That's why I ended up pulling out those toffee embellishments. It doesn't end up working for me. So like I said, that will be changed around. Sorry about that. Left my door open. Had to close that real quick. Okay, so a lot of this probably could have been cut out, but you can see here how a page comes together for me. Not always so easily. It went in one direction and totally changes a little bit, except for those tags with those bows on it pretty much. And that florally paper. You can see I brought in the striped one, and I've said this before, that's probably one of my, actually those two papers that are on there right now, my favorites. I think those are just absolutely gorgeous. So you saw me bend over and pick some stuff up off the floor. Those were some other papers and cardstock that I had with this kit. I'm going to take that fawn paper away here, I believe. I'm going to switch it out for a piece of white cardstock. And then I'm going to end up picking out a background piece here as well. I really wanted to use this. It has that harbor color in it, which again, I also mentioned that one before. I do love that new harbor color. I think it is absolutely gorgeous. So yes, I do end up using the striped paper, and I will turn it like it is right there. This page kind of stays, the basics of those pattern papers stay pretty much the same, with the border of the busy paper is going to be the border, the vertical strip with the stripes, and then the horizontal strip with the cute little leaves and holly berries. I will back these photo placement holders on that same harbor cardstock. You guys might end up getting sick of seeing harbor cardstock because I am absolutely in love with it. So yeah, I feel like it's probably going to be gracing my pages quite a lot here in the near future. I did play around with trying to leave that zip strip on there. I, clearly ended up changing my mind about it. This paper right here, I don't end up getting it. I just end up using it as the border. The opposite side of that paper, the one with all the reindeers and such on it, the opposite side is that red one that has all the words. That side I would tend probably more to use that side than this front side, the busy side. So I thought for me, in order to get this piece of paper used specifically, it'd probably be best to use it as a border just for the colors. So that is what I ended up doing, as you can see right here. So we'll trim this down a little bit, because what we're going to have is we're going to have the colorful border, white border, this is working your way in, white border, the striped paper, and then the leaf floral paper. So it's like, if your eye is traveling in from the left going over, you have all those borders. It's so cute until you bump up to the photos, which of course aren't here, but actually you have an extra one because you have the colorful, the white, the striped, the floral, and then you have the matte for the heart with the harbor cardstock. So cute. I love how this turns out. So I am going to play around with the title here. I end up using this Noel. This is off the sticker sheet. I am going to end up popping those up with, I think I use the close to my heart dots. Sometimes I pull out the small ones, but sometimes even the small ones might not be small enough. An easy way to cut those down is to actually leave them on the plastic and cut them while they're on the plastic if you need them to be a little bit smaller. So right here, I wasn't sure which way direction I was going to go in for the embellishments. So at first, I have a hodgepodge of things on here. We have a couple words, word phrases. There's one at the top, one at the bottom. Of course, I still have those bows. And then I try putting these random stems on here with the words. I even tried to pull in some of those toffee flowers again. Yeah, it wasn't really working out so good. I'm going to end up getting a fresh start. I did want to keep those bows though, but I will end up getting a fresh start just as soon as I find this circle right here. And that's going to drive me to where I want to go. I'm going to take that circle and cut it in half. I'll put it in 2 different locations, right there and right there, just to start like a little bit of a cluster base in those 2 areas. I still have the words on there, but those words are going to go away. I am going to end up keeping those branches that come out. You can see a long one up at the top and a long one down at the bottom. I don't know if you can actually tell from how far back this is, but those are actually that harbor color. Very, very cute. They're not a green, they're the harbor color. Love that. Go ahead and clean off my page, see? I have to start all over. We're going to go ahead and start gluing things down at this point. But when we get back to those embellishments, yeah, basically we'll be starting over again. Stick that down, this down. This is gonna stay down pretty much the way it was laid on there before. A lot of times I will take a photo of the layout before I take it apart to put it back together. I didn't do that on this time, and I only actually do that a lot if it's really busy. But lately I've been staying away from busy, so that's pretty cool. Here's where I'm putting down. I already told you a little trick about how to cut those dots smaller by leaving them on the backing sheet if you need them to be a little bit smaller. But yeah, I am going to back all of those letters in some. You can see how some of them, like on the bottom of the E, it's very skinny. So if I want to put the foam tape under there, I would just leave this circle on the backing and snip it in half. And then it would fit on that skinny part of the E. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn the sound off. Okie dokie. So we're going to go ahead and do that with all of them. I'm going to cut a little bit out right here. Here we go. We have our final letter. It is the N for Noel, or the N in Noel. I can't wait to either be putting photos on here or maybe gifting them to somebody or something like that. Probably my niece, so I can see her photos on it. I can't wait to get photos on here. I actually have been really enjoying using the photo placement holders, because sometimes scrapbooking is just scrapbooking. You're just doing it for fun. I don't really have a particular story I want to tell or whatever. I guess as long as whatever I make the title is generic and I have room for journaling, I can put whatever photos on there I want. I'm really excited about, I'm really excited about putting some holiday photos on there this year. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe these will end up in my album. How about that? Okay, so I am putting the tags back where they were, and I'm also going to leave those cute little bows where they were. I'm going to be using the dark viney things. I will find another one of those, because the one that is at top coming out of that bow kind of by the side, I will have another one on the opposite side. I end up finding one. Well, here when I'm looking through there, I found the sparkly red flowers. Thought we were going to do that. Don't end up doing that. I go ahead and start taking out some acrylic hearts. Don't end up using those either. I tried and that didn't work. So we're going to clean this off again, leave the bows and those 2 vines, and we'll go back to that glittery sheet and see if we can find something else. What happened? See, I just looked at this green sheet. They have holly leaves. So I had already had a circle punched out of that red. I was like, what are these circles for anyways? And then it dawned on me that they were for those holly berries. they were holly berries for those holly leaves. So yeah, I decided to use that as my embellish. That's basically my embellishments. These long frond leaves and holly leaves with holly berries. That's pretty much it. All right, guys, after we go ahead and glue all those down, I am going to finish off with some white splatters. That is that Dina Wakley gloss spray. Very cute. Love how it shows up on here. It's actually absolutely perfect. I really have enjoyed using these sprays. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to support my channel, hop over to, or check out the links down below. Hop over to BeckyBeading.closetomyheart.com and pick yourself something up. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.